So that is a bit surprising. Much more of a Mad Life champion right now. Nidalee and Jax removed. Dade not going to be playing Nidalee. And there's the Rise ban from Frost.
All right.
Of course, that's a flex pick for Blue because both Dade and Acorn have played that champion. So debating here. I say you ban the Lee Sin.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Siobhan is something you can pick well into if you want to, but you can't stop somebody from having a good game on Lee Sin mechanics-wise, you know?
Well, there's the Thresh, and they'll take the Kha'Zix, actually.
Yeah.
So Spirit will get to show off his Lee Sin skills this game. And I think you take the Ziggs here also.
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense.
It's a comfort pick for Dade. Dade, one of the better Ziggs players here in Korea.
Yeah, no, LeBlanc opened as well, too. I don't know how inclined Coco would be to pick it in this game, but...
it has been a very, very big pick for Coco.
He's been, he's been pretty good on it in the past, and combining that with Kha'Zix, that has a ton of kill potential in mid lane, no matter who's there.
A long discussion right now.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Shy to play Singed today. That's
Yeah?
what I want. I want to see Shy Singed again. And there we go. There's the Ziggs pickup. Not at all
There's LeBlanc. Yeah, well, we'll see if he goes back to it. I think LeBlanc would be a good pickup in this case.
Yeah, it is a bit interesting, LeBlanc, right now, because I'm not sure to the degree to which she will get countered by the new exhaust. So it's
not a good question, yeah.
It's not as good of a pick as it used to be, but with the way that Korean LeBlanc's build, with Athene's first and less burst-oriented and more poke and sustain-oriented over the course of a team fight, I think it may be okay.
Oh, it does make sense. And speaking of making sense, Mad Life picking up this Annie would be making quite a bit of sense. It's definitely one of his most played champions recently. And there again is a Jinx for space. It's funny, the Korean scene resisted Jinx for so long, but
and then Jinx
they
got
finally
nerfed.
gave in, yeah.
Jinx had to get nerfed before the Koreans would actually pick her up.
They're like, all right, well, we would have just been too good with Jinx before, so now she's a little bit more in line, you know. Now it's time to pick Jinx. And so 2 picks over to Samsung Blue.
I think Deft should probably think about maybe a Lucian pick here.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly a champion that he's very familiar with. Oh, Varus immediately locked in. That is very strange.
Well, Varus is still played in Europe.
That's true, and he's got a lot of poke. I mean...
But again, very immobile, and that may be a problem. And he's got the poke, but not a lot of sustained damage, and that is probably a mid-Soraka.
Yeah, I mean, Varus
no. Of course,
mid Ziggs,
with Ziggs, and you can see too.
Support Ziggs, yeah.
Support Ziggs.
That's what I do.
Of course, Dade runs Flash Ghost with his Ziggs too. He is the only Ziggs player I know of to use those 2 summoners, but he always does it, no matter what. So Soraka coming back here, good sustain lane, but very immobile. It may open them up to some pretty aggressive plays if they get the 2v2 again.
Well, man, against Annie Jinx, I mean, we talked about how you can do well with Thresh plus Jinx. We can get stuns just the same with Annie, too, right into the traps from Jinx, so it's going to be tough. Are we actually going to see that Aurelia from Shy? You know, we talked about it before the games began today. It's big in Europe right now. A strong champion pick in 4.5. And we will see it.
It's particularly strong
when
there's no Jax available, because the Jax versus Aurelia matchup really goes in Jax's favor.
Yep.
So because most of Aurelia's damage, or I shouldn't say most, but a lot of it relies on her getting the auto attacks off with the true damage from He-10 style.
Yep.
So when you could just counter-strike that entire true damage, it really hurts Aurelia in a duel.
All right, well, will we see the Renekton? Of course. Most top laners in Korea pretty comfortable with that Renekton. His early game did get nerfed, but he is a little bit better in the late game, a little bit more tankier. And it will be locked in, so that Teleport Renekton versus Teleport Aurelia. Double heal, wow, so many heals in that bot lane. Looking to just out-survive the duel if it happens.
Samsung Blue, they're picking some better matchups this time. We haven't seen Renekton versus Aurelia in a while, but should go Renekton's way, at least early on. And Dade, will have to be pretty careful against the LeBlanc in the mid lane, especially because he's not running barrier or heal.
Yeah.
So he is playing with fire a little bit here, but it does give him great mobility during team fights, and that's where this double mobility summoner really shines for Dade. Is his ability to team fight with Ghost on is pretty crazy, what he can do with kiting. And we also have Varus and Soraka, but you know, Samsung Blue, they don't have a lot of sustained damage in the late game, and that's going to be a bit worrying. They're going to have to take a pretty big lead in the mid game just to stay even here.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see if they can tie up the series. And this is going to be interesting. We have not seen, I'm trying to remember the last time we saw Varus in Champions.
It's been a while.
It's been, I mean, definitely last season. I don't think we've seen it at all in spring.
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't, yeah. And Soraka versus Annie in the bot lane. Now Hart, of course, one of the few players out there that still rocks the Sona from time to time. So, likes those healing supports. It's time, guys. The game is loading up. Can Samsung Blue tie it up? Let's get in the game and find out. Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Dade and Coco already trading blows here in Group B Set 2. CJ Frost versus Samsung Blue, and Blue trying to tie it up in this best of 5.
Full ward starts from supports yet again.
Oh, yeah.
It's a bit interesting. Acorn did shift away from teleport to Ignite.
Oh, okay.
So he will be going for a pretty... I mean, this is weird. I don't know if he's going to actually get into a 1v1 against Aurelia, and it will put a lot of pressure on him to shut down Shy in a solo lane.
Looks like we may see a bit of a late invade for CJ. They're waiting for it.
Yeah, a lot of wards up around the red buff already for Samsung Blue.
Yeah.
And they are definitely going to want to send the AD carry and support up into that top lane, so we will have the lane swap this time.
All right, well, no invade. Everybody going back there, it looks like.
Oh, no, we won't. Look at this. Recall going through.
Yeah.
And instead, they're going to 2v2. And this is what's so interesting about Frost, is every other Jinx player in Korea loves to be in those lane swaps. They prefer it. But this time, I mean, Space and Mad Life are very confident about their ability to win lane in a 2v2 and outduel the opponent.
Well, look at this. They start Blue. They're going to actually try to give Blue over to Deft, it looks like.
This is not a good idea.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Hart taking a lot of damage. Mad Life in space coming in. There's a flash immediately from Hart. The stun misses from Mad Life, but getting that flash. And look at all the time that Hart and Deft are going to miss in XP and CS. I mean, Space and Mad Life, obviously they're getting the lane a little bit earlier, so the XP not a big deal, but that flash is that's gonna really hurt.
Well, 2 flashes on an already very immobile lane. This is basically a jungler's dream for Swift. He is even going to be able to secure both of those buffs, yeah, so he didn't lose anything at all, and the race to level 2 should be won here by Mad Life in space, so this is a pretty dire circumstance for Samsung Blue's duo lane.
Swift claims that Blue. He's like, this was rightfully mine.
Yeah, very dangerous. When you saw Mad Life starting full wards last game, you think he might do the same thing again this time around and ward up his own Blue. It's what he does.
Oh, Deft already taking a lot of damage here.
And it's a risk, too, when you invade and you don't have your jungler on that side of the map.
Yeah.
But Shy is getting bullied out early. Acorn doing work in that lane, although we get a little bit of CS, and of course Aurelia very comfortable at CSing under turret with Blade Surge.
Yep, no problem there at all. And there we go. Thank you for the demonstration, Shy.
Yeah, definitely one of the best top laners for farming under turret, although a little bit of a stun does cause him to miss 1 or 2. Acorn still getting some nice harassment. And everybody pushed back up into turret in the top lane still, and Dade playing this safe. He's farming under his tower also.
Yep. Samsung Blue overall taking kind of the defensive footing here. Early on, Spirit coming down for possibly a gank in the bot lane. Swift is there as well. Timing-wise, this is good. The junglers are actually going to miss each other, though.
Swift is just looking for a counter gank right now. This is,
and he may get his opportunity here.
Well, this is the natural place to gank right now for him if they want to keep Shy down, unlike last game.
Makes sense. Wave coming through. I don't think they're going to get a chance here.
Yeah, they're waiting a long time. The minions are not cooperating with their attempt at a dive, so he's actually just going to go in to do double columns. The Swift will catch him right there.
Yeah, Spirit. Oh, they've got him trapped. He's going to have to flash. And they might know. Yeah, they will turn Shy. Caught up. There's a nice stun. Shy, the Ignite taking down. And it looks like it will be... Oh, yeah, first blood. There it is for Swift. Or for Spirit, rather. He goes down, though. A kill for Swift now. And so, another trade.
Yeah, red buff transferred over, refreshed onto Swift as a result of that kill.
Yeah. And there's
but
a teleport
critically, Aurelia did not get an assist right there. And actually, that was pretty bad play by Shy to even get himself into that situation, just because he went forward pretty darn far.
Well, it looks like he kind of underestimated the fragility of Aurelia in that early game.
Yeah, he's not... Probably, he hasn't been playing Aurelia for very long at this point, probably.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Still maybe getting reused to the limits on that champion.
He's like, hey, Flame, teach me how to play Aurelia. And Flame's like, I haven't played that in like a long time, man. I have no idea. Oh, Shy going after Acorn here. A lot of damage traded between these top laners.
Yeah, he does have an extra Doran's Blade right now, so Acorn is going to have to go back soon, but he's doubling the CS.
Yep. Acorn's really playing with fire here. Oh, but here comes Spirit. They could dive this, and it looks like they will. Spirit coming in with the safeguard onto Acorn. Acorn taking turret hits. Oh, he makes it out, pops a Dominus just to be sure, but hey, better safe than sorry.
He hit his level 6 during that game.
Yeah, he did.
So pretty lucky catch on the Dominus right there. But this is looking very similar to last game, except in reverse. Samsung Blue now the ones really punishing the top laner.
Oh, Swift dueling a little bit.
Acorn got scared and canceled his recall right there.
Yeah, I'd be a little bit scared too, man. I mean, Swift could have come in there and finished him off with a combo. So, again, you know, better safe than sorry. Dade making a roam up to top lane here. Can they make a play into Space and Mad Life, who have gotten a little bit low?
Yeah, they're low.
Deft's kind of low too, though.
They have one heal.
Yeah, Space low on mana. Swift low on everything, man. He needs to go back in a hurry.
Yeah, it looks like Spirit managed to get to him a little bit in the bottom side jungle. So Deft and Heart. Flash is nearly back up. Flash already up for Heart. Looks like he's got the utility mastery for lowering summoner cooldown reductions. And so he will have that back up just a little bit faster than his lane buddy.
Lane bro.
Lane bro.
Lane pal.
Well, otherwise, oh man, they're really trying to
Yeah, they're really trying to shut down Shy. And Shy, there's a son unnamed Spirit coming in, safeguard over to Acorn, but the Q does not connect. Shy a little bit close to the turret anyway. Maybe they could have dove that, but
yeah, he's still not level 6 right now. And Acorn just trying to deny experience as long as possible. The wave is actually pushing away from Shy's turret right now, so he will have a little bit more trouble.
Well, Acorn, a full pickaxe up on Shy. Shy just has those boots beyond the double Doran swords, so big damage for Acorn right now. Shy coming up, though. They're going to try to collapse onto Spirit. There's a stun. Swift coming in as well. Spirit gets over the wall, but Swift will chase. Dragon activated onto Spirit. Oh, the bomb comes in. Swift a bit low. Oh, man! And because of the Dragon damage, Dade finishes him off. Good response by Dade to make something out of that.
Yeah, very nice. And this is what we talk about. Also, Dade there using his Ghost and his Flash to pick up that kill, so he's going to be pretty weak in that mid lane. He really had to invest heavily for that. Shy hits 6, uses the Transcendent Blades to clear out the wave.
Well, after that game that Dade had last time around, he really did need a strong start, especially against a lane like LeBlanc, like Coco playing LeBlanc.
Wow, look at this. So Deft is going to be going for a Bloodthirster first. After last game, I was kind of afraid he'd go triple Doran's Trinity Force on Varus and go full Genja.
Yeah, you never know, man. You never know.
You never go full Genja, Doa.
That's true. You never go full Genja. Yeah. You can go Legolas build, though, I guess.
Yeah, and that's going to be great because they are going to have great wave clear in Siege, which means that their Siege for 4-1 split is going to be pretty amazing, just because they have the sustain from Soraka, the great wave clear, and the great poke from Ziggs and Varus here. So there's going to be a good mid-game timing, early mid-game timing for them.
Yeah.
Once Dade completes his first 2 items, probably Death Cap and the Chalice, and then when Varus completes his Bloodthirster and Last Whisper.
Makes sense. And Swift make sure that that brush is well cleared. Oh, Acorn, Mad Life in space, coming down for the 2v1 for a little while now.
They realize that this lane is just not going to be able, Shy is never going to be able to farm again in this lane, so they need to make a lane swap. Do surprise him just a little bit, get a little bit of a stun out there, but Shy just forced into farming the jungle.
Oh, Spirit waiting just outside the Fog of Worry may come in now. Acorn pops Dominus. Mad Life in big trouble here. Acorn gets stunned, but there's a flash from Mad Life. Can he get out? A flash from Acorn. It will be a kill. Swift coming in. It looks like they're going to be able to claim Acorn. Space getting excited after that ultimate snags him the kill. And they're going to be satisfied with that, trading a support for a top laner. I think that's not bad.
Yeah, Hart did use Wish during that fight. Oop, just clipping the minion wave right there. Yeah. Will be able to save it just long enough. Dade rotating over and making sure they don't take the... Shy is still going to have poke problems in this other lane.
It's going to be really hard for Shy to get any sort of meaningful farm done while these tier 1 turrets are still up.
To Shy's credit, he is only a level down right now, even though he's fallen behind by 30 CS. However,
that's a good point,
Samsung Blue doing a great job of just holding the wave very close to their tower. This is really creating a lot of pain for Shy.
Well, we've talked about it in the past and just how the Wraith really gives a little edge to top laners that have been shut down as well that they didn't have before. So at least he does have that.
Yeah, the white. So, well, Spirit looking to come in again, but the Tri-Brush is warded. They're ready for these 2v2 shenanigans. And, you know, Renekton with the Tiamat not going to be too effective in it.
Oh, Dade just gets lit up.
Ganks the mid lane.
Yeah, got to get something done. Space in a little bit of trouble now, too, trying to get away. Can't make it. Spirit now low after that kill from him. Coco and Shy coming in. They could dive this, turn into a 4v1 now. Acorn, the last man standing from Samsung Blue in that bot lane. Mad Life tries to come in with another stun. Acorn tries to get back under turret, but Coco claims a kill and Shy gets out. Wow, CJ really turning that one around, and Hart a little bit late to the party. He's going to be able to keep that turret safe a little bit, but that's about it.
Frost playing this really well, and particularly Shy. So Shy says, I can't really do anything. They're freezing this lane very close to their tower, and Deft,
look out.
Couldn't quite make it right there. So what does he do? He starts to make kill plays on other lanes, and Shy going to come in here and help out. Dade has no summoners at the moment, and there's the change. Look at the gap closed by Shy right there, just getting the reset onto the Blade Surge, and then back into the bottom lane. Spirit does manage to pick up that kill.
Well, Space got way too close there. It was easy for Acorn to pick that one up, but then Samsung Blue pays for it.
Well, you don't want a Tiamat Renekton in a 1v2. This is really a bad situation due to the itemization from Samsung Blue. They have to swap that Renekton back into the Aurelia lane, which is what we're going to see them do now, but they probably should have done it a little sooner.
Yeah. Shy trying to just, again, get all the farm he can from the jungle. Did manage to finish his Phage, so now he's moving on to that Sheen and getting ever closer to that Trinity Force. And if he can pick that up in a semi-efficient way at this point, he's still going to be quite the force to be reckoned with as the game goes on. Acorn pops that ultimate. Shy activates his in return. It looks like it will be a bit of a wash. Swift coming in. Can he make something happen here? Coming on to Spirit. Swift a little bit of trouble. Pops the ult to try to get away with the invisibility. Acorn low still has the ultimate available for a little bit, but CJF Frost just was not in a position to really fight that head-to-head, especially with Acorn's ult on.
Yeah, well, it was really Samsung Blue who backed off right there. They had the Wish advantage, but they heard the call that Coco was swinging into the bottom lane, so they had to kind of abort right there, even though the Wish was used. Well, Mad Life in space. And this is, the new Frost is so fun to watch because they are so aggressive in terms of just randomly sending people, either Mad Life or Shy, around the map right now to try and get kills in lane. They really focus and prioritize getting kills and then following up with objectives, which is not something that we see in Korea very often.
Yep. Oh, Shy getting jumped on by Acorn. Welcome to the brush. There's not a Garen in there, but there is a Renekton. The flash used by Shy. Acorn pops Ignite, but that flash down for Shy is a bit of a problem. Shy actually getting collapsed on by Acorn, by Spirit rather now. Tries to get out, but I don't think he's going to make it. Oh, nope, not quite. Spirit An easy kill.
Tried to be fancy with the blade surge right there.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Aurelia, there's always that outside chance, you know, that you can blade surge your way to a amazing survive, but not that time. Amazing escape.
Dade actually just going to go ahead, checking the jungle there for a split second as Acorn now with a pretty massive lead over Shy, even more so than earlier.
Yeah.
And he's going to go ahead and take the double golems as well.
Oh, Dade, the ult from Swift. Dade tries to get away with that satchel charge. There's a flash from Coco. Oh, Coco can't quite connect the chains. The damage just isn't there, and Hart comes down to help out a little bit too. They will take the red buff. Meanwhile, Space is going to push down that top turret.
It's going to get close.
Oh, Spirit. Oh, Spirit actually stole the red from over the wall with the smite. What a play.
Really nice take there from Spirit that wasted a lot of CJ Frost's time in the end.
Wow, and actually Space didn't even get that top turret. Instead, Acorn takes bot lane for the first turret in the game.
Yeah, and the push coming in right here from Varus, and top should deal some pretty decent damage to the turret as well, with Space going back. Dade, of course, easily able to defend his tower. Again, he had to use both summoners at the same time in order to escape that gank alive.
Oh, Mad Life dodges the Q. Nice moves, man. Annie is apparently way more athletic than we thought.
So now that Shy does have a deeper lane to work with right now, what is the play going to be from Samsung Blue? They have to make some sort of pressure on a different part of the map at the moment while the lane freeze is in effect, but it looks like Acorn just happy to go farm up the jungle. They're going to let Shy get back into this one a little bit if they don't apply some more pressure.
Oh, here we go. Mad Life comes in. There's a Tippers on the Def. Swift comes in with his ultimate. Def goes down easily. Space throws out the victory rocket. And here comes Coco. Spirit is there. Can they dive this? Space already taking some turret hits. Yeah, they're going to have to back off. But the snipe onto Def, not too bad.
Yeah, use the smite onto Tibbers as well. Yep. Acorn now really going toe-to-toe with Shy. Shy using the minion wave damage to deal quite a bit to Acorn, but that's just not going to be enough. He's
Shy's way too far behind to fight toe-to-toe with Acorn
ult,
right now.
No flash.
Does get the sun off, which does help. Equilibrium strike, not bad there. Space in the meanwhile getting down. Spirit is there. Spirit with another kill on Lee Sin, and Mad Life in trouble now as well. Hart manages to grab the Bloodthirsty support kill, but Coco comes in. Can he get anything? No, not quite.
Yeah, Hart just body blocking right there, the chain, so making it look easy. Dade will get some free damage, or just a little bit down onto the mid tower, throws out a bouncing bomb to zone out. But, I mean, Spirit with this very fed Lee Sin at this point, able to do a lot of work and a lot of damage in a 2v2, in spite of the fact that Varus really wasn't there at all to help out.
Yep. Well, Shy, 89 CS at 17 minutes. I don't think I've ever seen Shy with that little CS.
Now he's really been shut down this game. It's pretty much a perfect mirror of what happened last time. In spite of the questionable level 1 start from Samsung Blue, where they had to blow 2 flashes because they got a little overbold with their invade. They did get the 1v1, and Acorn has just been able to rock the 1v1.
Yeah. Man, Acorn just going nuts on Renekton this game. Yep. Pretty much.
That was one of your better jokes.
Thank you. If you say so. I love that you support me so much.
Acorn goes nuts. I like it.
It's good. I think it's good.
It is great.
Yeah. A fan should have a sign that says, "I'm going nuts for Acorn," you know? Yeah. And there's the power of that Ziggs ultimate, keeping that turret a little bit safer, allowing Samsung Blue to comfortably take that dragon, and the rotations look so much better this game.
Yeah, I really think that in game number 1, Frost played it very nicely, but the picks from Samsung Blue and the fact that they got all of these losing lane matchups, and they got the 2v2 and the 1v1 really hurt them quite badly. And same can't really be said here for CJ Frost. They had one bad matchup, but should have been able to do fine in the other 2. And indeed, Coco was doing quite well in that mid lane, and he's had some meaningful and impactful roams.
Well, I was pretty worried after game number 1. I'm glad to see Samsung Blue coming back and showing us, why they've been such a scary team all season long. And You know, if they're able to pull this one out, we will have ourselves a pretty sick match from there on out.
Yeah, it's been exciting, too. Both of these games have been very high kill, pretty aggressive affairs, especially from Spirit and Swift.
Yep. More manly than a mustachioed Poro.
I don't know if there's anything more manly than that.
I would say a Poro with a mustache and, like, biceps. Just like big arms and biceps just sticking out.
A Poro with biceps. Huh?
Yeah, man.
That would be very interesting.
Maybe just one arm with a giant bicep
sticking out
They're
hidden in all that fur.
Trogdor style, yeah. One arm. The Poronator.
Well, Samsung Blue, this is a great time for them to group up and start sieging.
Yeah.
They've got that Varus poke. They've got the poke coming in from Ziggs as well. So they are definitely sitting pretty right now. Acorn actually taking a Spectral Cowl. Bit of an interesting item for splitting against Aurelia.
All right, well. Oh, there we go. Chains onto Swift, and Swift a bit locked up. Meanwhile, Mad Life extremely low. They get the turret. Objective complete. No kills out of it, but hey, they'll be happy with that turret.
Yeah, they can just keep pressuring right now, too, because they chunk so many people out. Space taking another bouncing off.
Acorn. Man, Shy starting to come back a little bit in this 1v1 matchup.
Well, he has the Trinity Force, and Acorn went for an item that isn't really going to help him survive against Aurelia.
Yeah.
So a bit confusing.
Why does a crocodile guy need a cowl anyway? It's not like it's going to hide the fact that he's a giant crocodile.
Well, most things look better in capes.
That is true. That is true. Do you look better in a cape?
I don't know. We'll have to test that one out.
I'm sure I do. I haven't worn one recently, but I'm sure I'd look great in a cape.
We need casting capes.
We do.
OGN wardrobe next season,
I want like
please.
A casting Jedi robe, you know, like the hood and everything. That'd be so cool. I would wear it every cast. With rainbow lapels, of course, right? Because this is OGN. Oh, Spirit. Coco jumps on him, but doesn't do a whole lot of damage.
Yeah, good pressure onto the mid lane right there. They are able to at least trade towers 1 for 1. Deft still hasn't been able to take out this top turret, but a couple more autos should solve that problem. Get his team a little bit more gold. And
when you said a couple, you weren't kidding, man. 2 autos, and that's it.
Probably is getting very close to that Last Whisper right now, which is going to be a pretty big power spike for this Varus. This is really where he shines the most in a game, is when he can get these 2 core items and then just absolutely demolish people in sieges.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Shy. Pushing up the lane. And, yep, intelligently backing off. Not a lot of wards there for CJ right now, so no reason to put yourself in danger. Acorn was right there. So what do you think the Last Whisper of Last Whisper is? Just like you're about to die and you hear armor penetration.
That's right.
Yeah. That'd be really disturbing.
Should be different for every champion, I think.
I think so, yeah. That's true. Arrow. Arrow.
Yeah, that's definitely what's going to happen. Really, the cast is just setting itself up so beautifully for strong bad jokes tonight, though.
It is, I know, really, yeah. Oh.
You know the scary thing is probably most of our audience is too young to really understand that.
Oh, I know. I refuse to believe that. Then again, when I was watching all that stuff, I was in college. That's how old I am.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not that old.
Keep telling yourself that.
No. I'm only as old as I feel.
No, you won't.
Right?
You won't keep telling yourself that, okay.
Oh, man. I'll never stop being the best bloodthirsty sport in the world.
No, age doesn't prevent that. Shy.
No way, it doesn't. Shy going on to Acorn here.
He's got the red buff. Acorn has to be super careful.
Needs a Crocodile Hunter skill for Aurelia there. Oh, there's Dominus Pop. Swift coming down as well. I don't think Acorn's making it out of this one. Swift wants to help out. He's going to flash for it. Acorn flashes as well. And finally, Swift brings him down. Meanwhile, Mad Life flashes. There's a stun on the Spirit. Samsung Blue trying to chase him out. Acorn, though, starting to have a bit of a problem.
Well, Samsung Blue really needs to group up and siege this mid lane turret. They need to punish this rotation and the fact that Space is in the top lane by very quickly pushing down this mid lane. And look how much damage they're able to do now.
Jeez. Well, oh, whoops. Huh. Interesting decision.
turret for turret, and in fact they may get two due to the fact that there's a cannon minion wave right here. So Acorn, he's just not itemized to deal with this Aurelia anymore. Shy starting to get pretty scary.
Well, I mean, one of the big terrors of Aurelia is that split push, and with teleport he can do it all he wants. Coco clearing out the wave a little bit, trying to allow their minions to push a little bit farther there.
All right, well, Dade will be able to get his blue right now, which is pretty darn important. Dragon is live, and everybody right now grouping up for it. Coco trying to catch on to Hart. Hart has to flash.
He flashes, yeah. Gets away. Coco knocked back as well. They really want that blue buff. Swift coming in. Dade trying to claim it. Blue buff still hasn't taken any damage. He's going home. Oh, nope. Called back into action again.
Frost isn't going to be able to take this. There's too much poke right now. Samsung Blue is in the middle of a very large power spike with this composition and their items, so it would be pretty foolish for Frost to go in and take it. They're going to try and push up the mid lane and at least create some pressure there so that Samsung Blue can't take the Dragon. They need to poke out Frost before they start the Dragon.
Yeah, makes sense. And Acorn and Spirit trying to come down onto Shy. Everybody else is there, but it'd be a bit of an awkward engage, so they're going to have to let him go. And Samsung Ozo, or rather Blue, trying to go for this Dragon here. I don't know, man. This is a little bit dangerous. Swift is right there trying to get position to smite. Acorn, smite up for both of our junglers right now. Swift trying to survive it. He's low. Looks like the Dragon will be taken by Samsung Blue.
Yeah, they managed to poke out Swift and Coco enough in that engage that there wasn't really a chance of them going in without dying. So Samsung Blue does take yet another Dragon. Shy looking to push up right here, but he doesn't try his luck, knows that there's still a lot of people around the Dragon, so needs to back off. This Spirit and Acorn move over to that bottom side of the map. Coco will take his own blue buff in response.
Yep. You know, if I killed the blue buff golem, I would like pry that gem out of its stomach and go sell that too. It's got to be worth quite a bit.
It's a large sapphire.
Yeah, man. Maybe
the sapphires are common in Runeterra.
Maybe, or that could just be a needlessly large rod's worth of precious gems that's just being ignored.
Would take some time to carve it out, though, don't you think? It's like embedded in rock.
Depends on the champion, you know?
Well, that's why you need the pickaxe before you can do that.
Yep.
It's all about your itemization.
All AP mids should be buying pickaxes. I don't know what's wrong with these guys. Oh, Hart, it's right there.
All right, well.
Oh, Spirit. Ooh, tried to make a plan to Coco. Mad Life was right there anyway, so I don't know if him and Dade could have won that one.
And Dade with the early distortion enchantment, of course, due to his summoner spells, his mobility summoner spells right there. And the interesting thing, too, with patch 4.5, you know, the changes to some of these boot enchantments, of course, the distortion really going to help out Dade even more than it did before, because he does get an additional movement speed boost after using Flash, and he gets even more speed onto Ghost. So Dade, a player that used this enchantment and these summoners on Ziggs before he got these additional bonuses.
Yep, just makes it even better. And Acorn now chasing down Shy. Spirit is there. Shy trying to make it out, and he has to flash. Can he do anything? There's the Q. Shy in big trouble now. Spirit, can they finish him? He's almost back to the turret, and he looks like he makes it. Yep, popping that ult just to be sure.
They're trying to make place onto the teleport, but that has left Baron rather open. Yeah. It's like CJ Frost, they know they're behind right now. They don't really want to take it. Nice little poke there onto Coco. They just didn't have the tools to all in that immediately, and now there's a ward popping over the wall, taken down immediately, though. Hart going to get hit by that zap.
And this game, a little bit stalled out here.
It's just methodical play from Samsung Blue. They need to do a little bit better job of getting vision control right now. Frost is dominating in that sector of this game, and they need to get control over this Baron at this stage.
Well, I mean, Frost has kind of always been known for one of those teams, too, that even if they do get bit behind, they have the ability, through really good team fighting, to come back. Mad Life trying to flank there.
I love what Frost is doing right now, too. They know how...
Shy. They catch Shy. Oh, man, I don't think he's getting out of that one. Nope, that's about it. Well, nice ult from Deft.
And they're checking the Baron right now. They know that they could be on it, but in fact, CJ Frost is not. And if you're Samsung Blue right now, you don't have to do the Baron. You should just push through to an inhibitor because you have the stronger siege.
Oh yeah, for sure. Acorn trying to take that turret and taking a lot of damage as well. Spirit comes in, and wow, they're not even able to do half damage to that turret yet.
Right there, Swift was actually cutting the creep wave behind them, so they weren't able to take it. So really good reaction from Swift when he saw them moving into the mid lane to deny them the minion wave.
Not bad. Meanwhile, Dade and Spirit are not going to be denied this bottom tier 2 turret, and that's going to be 5-2 in favor of Samsung Blue.
Well, just going to recall after that, they do have a fair bit of money right now. So that was a good reaction from Frost. And Frost has the right idea here in terms of the flank. They know how immobile this Varus is, and if they can get a flank onto him and Soraka, going to be very hard for Samsung Blue to actually do a 180 and get their tank line back in front.
Yeah.
So the idea here is good. One combo from Annie and LeBlanc can absolutely melt the carries from Blue.
Space still trying to push this top lane. Hart coming in onto Coco. Oh my gosh, the damage out of Coco. Hart just evaporated. Coco trying to get away now. Spirit chasing though, and Swift gonna help guard. Acorn comes over the wall. There's the Dominus popped all over Coco. Coco, the passive, activates teleport. Coming in from Shy. He's going to get into the back lines onto Deft. Deft in big trouble, but Swift has to back away. He's too low. They do get the kill onto Deft. Meanwhile, Aurelia does go down. Shy paid for it. Samsung Blue pushed back a bit. Oh, Dade takes a big chunk out of him. Space doing some damage.
Well, ultimately,
so
though,
1 for 2.
Yeah, very good trade for CJ Frost, especially because they're in a deficit right now.
Good teleport from Shy in that fight.
Yeah, very good teleport. But the gold total here really isn't the whole story, just because of how well CJ Frost is going to scale into the late game. So you got to like their odds still going forward. They are behind, but not as much as it might appear at first glance.
Yep.
Deft going for the static shiv. He's really all in on a wave clear and siege build onto this Varus. And you can see how fast Shy can just rip through him if he gets that good angle on the teleport.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Again, Varus, you know, of course, not a very mobile champion. Spirit, ooh, got to be careful there. There's the stun of Spirit. They're going to do a little bit of damage. Mad Life. Space not quite able to make those flame choppers connect.
Yeah, just going to go forward here, clear out the wards around the Baron pit, but this isn't really a Baron that Samsung Blue is going to be able to do safely.
Oh, they catch Swift with the ultimate. Can they make anything out of it? The Ziggs ult doesn't do as much. Spirit getting jumped down now. Meanwhile, Shy in the back line onto Deft. There's the ultimate coming through for Space as well. Deft cleanses, can't make it out. Coco with the kill there, and now CJ Frost trying to disengage. Hart chasing. Soraka, not the most intimidating person running after you.
Deft's still trying to poke out, doesn't quite connect with another bouncing bomb, but they'll be able to take a dragon off this at the very least.
Yeah, well, Frost at least has done a good job of getting onto Deft in the back lines in those fights.
They have, and in spite of all that Shy has been through this game, he's still making his impact known at this point. He's got the Randuins, and that's really going to make Deft even more immobile, despite the fact that Hart does have that Crucible. Still going to be hard for Deft to get out. He needs some sort of, maybe he may need to have to go for a QSS faster than he normally would. He's actually taken a red pot for a little more HP and survivability right here as he builds into Infinity Edge.
Well, Samsung Blue trying to regain a little bit of that map control that we talked about CJ Frost doing so well, holding on to as long as they could this game, but the lead, you know, despite the picks on the Depth, the lead is starting to get pretty major in favor of Samsung Blue.
Yeah, they're still going to be faced with a relative lack of damage and immobility in the late game, though, and with
still anybody's game.
Yeah, with Space on Jinx and the capacity for Jinx to get resets due to the burst from Kha'Zix and LeBlanc and this Trinity Force Aurelia.
Yeah.
They have to be really careful because Space could really still clean up any of these team fights. A couple red pots down for CJ as well. I think they need to stop all-inning onto Swift because they just can't keep him CC'd long enough. He will go ahead and pop his ult with a damage reduction afterwards. think it causes more problems than it solves.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way. Blue trying to make a push through the mid lane now.
Yeah, Blue has pretty much given up on vision control over Baron. They know.
Oh, here comes Shy. Shy trying to get into the back lanes. He gets onto Dade. Dade gets the satchel charge away, and now Acorn jumping in. Coco and Space in big trouble. Madlife going to go down very quickly here. And Samsung Blue on the hunt now. A flash from Space. Shy gets caught again. Can they take him out? Coco on his own against Acorn. Meanwhile, Swift trying to back away. Dade's going to chase him down. Ult or not. There's a slow. Oh, can they get him? The bouncing bomb doesn't connect. Spirit, he's got 1 Q to rule them all. Can he do it? 1 Q to find Swift. Nope, didn't find him. Oh well. In the darkness, did not find him.
Yeah, Swift actually just going to have to go into the enemy base right here and suicide
touchdown
to a tower.
Almost. Didn't make it to the fountain.
Which is okay. Now, in that engagement, that should have been called off immediately when they didn't get back to Deft. We see what happens when the back line really isn't threatened right now. The way that CJ Frost has been able to stay in this game is by taking out Deft really quickly.
Yeah.
When Aurelia came in and just couldn't quite reach back there.
Well, yeah, he changed his mind and went on to Dade, and it just didn't work out because of that satchel charge. Meanwhile, Samsung Blue trying to go for a Baron, a bit of a risky Baron too, though. Shy gets knocked back. Not able to get in the back lines. There's Baron. Will it be stolen? No. Blue gets it. Madlife jumped on by Spirit immediately. Whoa, they managed to kill Shy so fast. Madlife did not last long either. And Space and Coco on the run. Acorn taken out, but Samsung Blue will take that one. Baron and 1 loss for 2 kills. That's not too bad at all.
No, not too bad. They do manage to secure it. And like I was saying, you really can't go for a Baron with this composition unless you're a man up or have a pretty significant advantage. So Samsung Blue able to use a little bit of that timing window in order to finally secure that objective. And a lot of wards went down for Frost right there, but they're going to be pretty useless. Hart getting back in here. And everybody now moving out of the base. Of course, Spirit really tanky by this stage, having the Banshees and the Randuin's Omen. They need all of that just to peel for Deft right now.
Right, double Randuin's on Samsung Blue right now.
And Swift's nearly there himself, but not quite yet.
Yep.
So,
and CJ just waiting for anyone to come by.
I'm a little bit confused why they're moving up here around the pit at the moment. They are going to be able to clear out some wards again, but not going to be too helpful with the Baron down. It's like they're just going to follow the wave in top lane that Acorn is pushing for. Nope, they've changed their mind back into the mid lane.
Well, they do need to worry about that push coming up. I mean,
that was a little odd right there,
It was a weird situation where they didn't really have any waves pushing where they needed them to be at the time, so.
I think they were just waiting. Oh.
Whoa, there's the tippers on to Spirit. Doesn't lock him down. Oh, nice off from Def, locking up a lot of people. Swift trying to get in there, but he's going to take some damage. Coco not able to get close enough to connect, and Swift gets low. There's the flash. Spirit, can he finish him off? Acorn trying to come from the outside. Hart chasing as well. Coco
Shy,
there for the flank.
Shy canceled his teleport right there. I'm not
he's
sure
just going to
why.
push.
Looks like they were very confident they were going to be able to get out of that fight, but now they're all chunked down and they're moving on to the mid inhibitor.
Yeah. Samsung
I think
Blue.
he may be. We'll have to look at the replay and see where he was actually trying to teleport in. It may have been too dangerous, the location that he had selected originally, but he definitely willfully canceled that. There was nobody in his lane.
Well, he'll get 2 turrets out of this probably, but 2 turrets and inhibitor for Samsung Blue. Shy, yep, he's going to be able to take that tier 2 now.
Realistically, with this kind of deficit, this is the only play that Frost can make.
You have to try to split push, you have to try to make something happen. But another inhibitor going down in favor of Samsung Blue. They have got this game more or less locked down, just, unless there's some sort of crazy team fight or something, but I wouldn't be too worried about it. Coco coming in. Oh, they kicked Coco over there, but not in the right spot. Looks like it may work anyway. Oh, Ziggs tries to check the Wolf Pit, doesn't end up working out.
It looks like they're not going to be able to get LeBlanc right there. LeBlanc has to be super careful going in, because if she gets silenced by Soraka, you get yourself caught out and very vulnerable to the follow-up burst, and there's certainly plenty of that.
Yeah.
From Samsung Blue, CJ Frost will take themselves a pity dragon at this point.
Well, it's something. It's a little bit of gold anyway. Not too bad.
Well, Samsung Blue looks like they're going to be pretty methodically locking up the second game of this series and tie everything up 1-1. And I think the key going forward, Dade having a comfort pick is really making a big difference this game. I think they were a little bit surprised that a lot of Dade's champions had fallen off the board.
Yeah.
And this is a...
Oh boy. Oh, CJ.
Smart.
Yeah, they got to get away. Swift coming in right now, trying to do some damage. Oh, he may have gone too far. Spirit, rather, overextending a bit, just like we thought before. Oh, Acorn coming in the back lines here. Swift gets kicked back in. Hart coming in to try to do some damage with Starcall. Acorn getting all over space, but space kiting quite nicely. Madlife trying to zone, but it's not enough. And Samsung Blue, a double kill for Soraka.
Dade got jumped on by Shy, but did manage to actually make it out of that situation.
Yeah.
And you have to give Frost some credit. That's really the only thing they could do is to hope for a good pick right there.
Yeah.
But a nice ward from Lee Sin makes that not a possibility.
That should more or less seal the deal here as Samsung Blue comes into the base looking to claim that third inhibitor. No, they can actually probably just go right for the Nexus, can't they? Yeah.
Yeah, Starcall.
Why not?
Really doing a lot to help out Dade in these team fights as well. Yep. Just going ahead and shredding.
Oh, Shy kind of hanging out there. They're going to finally take the time to kill him. Acorn with his ultimate shouldn't be a problem. There it is. Nexus turrets go down and the Nexus as well. And we have ourselves a series 1-1. Def doesn't care about his KDA. GG. Samsung Blue ties it up.
Yeah, very nice game from them. They're right back in the mix. It can be hard to mentally come back after a crushing loss like they faced in the first game of this series.